If you have been active in the self-improvement scene, then you certainly know about NoFap and all its benefits. And since I have been on NoFap for 2 years, I know how impactful it is for improving every area of your life. You should never masturbate and never watch porn, that's obvious. The thing is, having sex is perfectly okay. It doesn't destroy your life like porn and masturbation does. And it is essential to having a good relationship with your woman. But here's the thing, the biggest benefits of NoFap are actually of semen retention. It just means that you don't ejaculate. Semen retention gives you the real benefits, like becoming more masculine and productive and confident and so on. But for most people, they can't really be in a relationship and still do semen retention. You probably know after ejaculation you feel tired and don't really feel turned on by your partner anymore for a while. You will really feel this after having sex multiple times in a row. If you go to the gym later that day, then you will know what I mean. You will just feel a bit weaker and not that productive and just want to sleep and eat. Already after a couple days of retaining your semen, you will feel the power in your body rising. But of course, you can't just stop having sex with your girlfriend. So there's 2 things you can do. First is to just stop during sex before you ejaculate. Studies have proven that this massively increases testosterone by about 400%, but this is very hard to perform. And to be honest, I think this greatly reduces the pleasure of sex overall. But there's another way better way of having sex and still being on semen retention. I personally still have to learn doing this, but if you master this, then your sex life will become unbelievable and your success will skyrocket. It's having non-ejaculatory orgasms. This means that you have an orgasm, but don't ejaculate. What many don't know is that orgasm and ejaculation are 2 separate things, but are linked together for most guys. There's a technique for achieving this type of orgasm, which is contracting your Kegel muscles as hard as possible before orgasm. I personally still need to learn to do this, but there are many sources that can verify this. If done right, you will experience a way stronger orgasm which will also last longer. And here's the good part. You only need about 15 seconds until you can continue having sex and your boner won't disappear. You also won't get tired after orgasm, but the opposite. You will have way more energy than before and you will also feel better. But this isn't even everything. You can have multiple orgasms in a row and as many as you would like to have. This way you can continue having sex as long as possible without having to worry about coming too early or such. You can also focus more on the present moment instead of the outcome. This technique allows you to make love for many hours non-stop. And the best thing is, you are still on semen retention and have all the benefits. So summed up, you have the benefits of semen retention and your sex life is even better than before. So this is a true win-win situation. What I can tell you though is how to prepare for this technique. First, you have to train your Kegel muscles. There are 2 types of muscles to train. The first one contracts and the second one relaxes. The 2 types of training methods are called Kegels and reverse Kegels. To find your Kegel muscle, just imagine having to stop the stream of piss, or when you have a boner, tilting it upwards. To find your reverse Kegel muscle, imagine trying to pee, but only do this with an empty bladder. So here's how you train these muscles. For the Kegels, contract your muscle for 5 seconds and then relax it for 5 seconds. Do this for 10 reps and do 3 sets of these spread across the day. It's best to exhale during contraction. For the reverse Kegels, relax the muscle like you are trying to pee for 5 seconds and then rest again for 5 seconds. Like Kegels, do 10 reps of these for 3 sets across the day. It's best to inhale and push your belly out when you do reverse Kegels. You can do this interchangeably or one exercise after the other. Kegels and reverse Kegels also have benefits by themselves, like improved erections, being able to last longer, a stronger bladder and having way better orgasms. After having done these for some weeks, your muscles will become strong enough for non-ejaculatory orgasms. Typical problems like not being able to get an erection or hold it will also disappear mostly if you do Kegels. So remember guys, don't ejaculate too often and strive to learn this type of technique, because then your sex life as well as your success will improve greatly. Always improve It only gets better from here.